You may recognize me as the girl who wrote SPF for Cat's Eye. But if this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Elli. I'm an artist and was recently named one of the 30 greatest living American K-pop songwriters. Today I'm going to be reacting to Katy Perry's new single, Watch It Burn. Let's get into it. Oh? What is going on here? Her eyes look so interesting. That doesn't look like normal lashes. Wait, part 2? Was there part 1 to this? Did I miss something? What is going on already? Oh. Alright, interesting. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I figured that she would have some sort of burns, given the name of the song. Okay, actually, hot take. I have a feeling that this is not her. Look at how the face is blocked. I have a feeling that that's not her. I bet this is a body double. Okay, wait. Love a hospital set. Or maybe that's a real hospital. The guy. Interesting. Got a little, like, Jurassic Park going on. Oh! She's getting aggro with it. I'm telling you, that's not her. That's a drop-in. Yeah, I don't think she was the one doing any of that. That's crazy. The car wash? Is that gonna get burns off of you? This is an interesting chorus, how it just kind of stays here. It doesn't really go. Oh. I do like the hi-hats. What is happening? Oh my god. Oh, we got booty. We got booty in the video. Thank you for showing me. Oh, she got his suit, I'm assuming. This was not a mistake. What is happening? Does she have a grill? You guys, what is happening? Who is this? What is this tail? What is going on? I'm assuming that's some like imagery in her own life, maybe. I'd be so pissed if that was my car. I bet somebody was on that magazine. Is somebody on the magazine that we know? What does this camera have to do with anything? Cigarette. What is happening? I know I keep saying that, but I thought she was using the tail as a mic, guys. Oh. What is happening? I'm like just thinking about Teenage Dream. And I know artists are allowed to evolve, but like, this is the same woman that created Teenage Dream. One of the boys. What is this? Okay, the grills. Y'all. Now let's get into my highs and lows. For my highs, I always appreciate a woman singing about reclaiming her power and taking the control back in her life. That is a message I could never get tired of. Something nice to say. Moving on. For my lows, and there are a lot, this song just isn't for me. No tea, no shade to the writers, because I understand firsthand that when you're writing for another artist, you're ultimately at the mercy of their decisions and creative choices. I've had a lot of friends work on Katy's project over the years, and honestly, having the context and knowledge that I do, I am fatigued of her creative choices. I know for a fact she has been presented incredible songs, incredible visual ideas, and they just don't make the cut. I wish I could share these with you, but I obviously can't. When you're at Katy Perry's level, you don't have to listen to anyone around around you, but I'm wondering if that's exactly the problem. Woof. To me, her creative decisions always feel a step behind the conversation rather than being a part of it. So much of her earlier work felt fearless and culturally in sync. This just doesn't. I saw one of the writers talking about how they were channeling that 2008 One of the Boys era Katy, and I love that music. I think it's such a smart instinct. But you can't recreate 2008 Katy Perry by just borrowing the aesthetics. That version of Katy was hungry, unpredictable. She was taking risks because she had something to prove, and her choices were new to the public at the time. You can't manufacture that energy 20 years later. From a catalog perspective, and I've seen other people say this, it feels like a Part of Me Part 2. And I just don't think that's what Katy's legacy needs right now. She's already made that statement. Repeating the sentiment in a different font doesn't add to the story. And that chorus, sorry, I fell asleep. I mentioned this in my review of Hate That I Made You Love Me, but there's this really big anti-chorus thing going on right now. These choruses that don't really go anywhere, don't lift, don't explode, they just kind of sit there. Personally, I'm not really fucking with it. Okay, I wasn't even planning on doing this, but if I were gonna fix the chorus in any way, I think it's that watch it burn. It just does nothing. For me, it's the chorus is all just being on that one note, and it's also just like not that high of a song. If it was like, and watch it burn. I don't hate that melody. And watch it burn. Or you could do watch it burn, but that it burn is just boring to me anyway. But that's what I would do to fix it, maybe. I've given this 5 minutes. I've not actually like sat with it, but the watch it burn, bad, do not like. Also, can we please retire cigarettes as a lyrical motif? Every other pop song I'm hearing is talking about needing a cigarette right now. And it just feels like a cheap reach for a trendy, cool word. I don't know. On top of all of that, the music video did absolutely nothing for me. I found the religious imagery a little more distracting than impactful. Why is she wearing a grill? I heard someone say she has a scorpion tail because she's a Scorpio. Okay. And low-key, as I mentioned in the beginning of the reaction, I don't even think that body is hers. It just wasn't a creative direction I was really connecting with at all. I can't say I understand what her objective is anymore at this point. If I could give Katy Perry advice with all due respect coming from a longtime fan, it would be to stop making music. It would be to stop making music just because you're Katy Perry, and start making music when you have something that only Katy Perry can say. We need and want you to evolve. We don't need another attempt at recreating this version of her that dominated the radio in 2012. We want to hear what today's version of Katy Perry has to say. To me, that's infinitely more interesting. Let me know what you thought of Watch It Burn. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.